This is a new version of the software. The big difference of this software is that the possibility to choose the model of the panel here. For example, in this case, for example, we choose K8 panel. Okay. Moment add. Okay. Moment add the meet all. Okay. Okay. It's possible to select the panel, and it's possible to select different version. Okay. For example, now I select the 7.7 version, the standard version. Okay. Run. Okay, moment. Okay, the password, the normal password admin. Okay. We wait okay. Moment, because Zoom every time change the. Okay. If you see when this software starts, you can see nothing in these fields, and you see nothing here. Why this? Because this new version of software is important. That you select menu file, open, select, for example, new. Okay. You select the panel, for example, K8, and okay. You can save the file like you want. Okay. It's possible to save in the desktop. Normally, the system save the file of the panel in the same directory of there is the executable file. In this case, for example, it's possible to save in English and the panel. I show now. For example, my panel. Okay. Save my panel. Okay. And now is create this. If now I show you where, moment, admit other person. Okay. For example, now I show where is saved. Can you see my desktop? This directory, English. Okay. I open this. Okay. There is the executable of the software. You see that. Okay. And inside in panel, you can see my panel. You see this? This my panel is this file that I create now. Okay. Now I show again. You wanna tell me if it's clear, or I need to repeat this operation for you. It's clear?
Just quickly, sorry, my name is Don. When you started the software, the beginning, you had to select the panel type, but then you're saying that you have to select again the panel type.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So that's the confusion.
I choose 2 times the panel. Why this?
Yeah, and that was the confusion with training here in Australia, is that you first selected the first time, but then it asks you to select it again the second time. And that sort of caused a bit of confusion why you have to do that. Shouldn't be no reason to do that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So you got to do it twice. And then you got to save it in your directory, no longer on the software, but in your own personal directory.
Okay, I understand what you mean. But this reasons is very simple. Now I'll show you why for now, because we want to continue to modify and improve this this software. But the reasons is that our proposal is that every new panel that we are preparing in this period, for example, we are near to finish the version 4 with the video verify, etc. We don't want to change the software. In this way, we have done this. If I open the directory. I show it now. Okay, this is a directory.
Sorry that I did mention that is because we started using and not to be negative, we failed to use this software. So we had to go back to the old software because the version of this software was between version 3.7, something like that. And the old panels that we have on the customers, the old panels, is not compatible with this software.
Okay. Yeah.
So we had a conflict.
You mean a 73, for example?
Yes, exactly. And so I sent the technicians out, my dealers, not technicians, my dealers, to use the new software with the new platform, and we got excited about this software.
No, it's possible. Honestly, it's possible to improve and put the old version if you need. Send me an email if you need. I mean, I speak with all participants of this webinar. If
3.74 wasn't working, that's all.
Okay, is for you is important that we improve, for example, the 73 version. For us is not a problem. We will improve the executable because it's very easy, the system. If you see, there is a little file ini where there are all panels, okay, all panel list, and inside in directory panels, you can see all executable.
Oh, okay. I haven't been shown that. I'm sorry, David. I didn't see that. I haven't been experienced. Maybe I don't know if this is the right time to show me. Maybe we can take it offline.
No, we will. I understand what you mean. It's important that your question. We will improve the old version in this launcher, but because for now,
because the technicians, David, when they use the software. I don't know about your other partners, but when my dealers, because I'm a distributor, when my dealers go on site, they want one software, one computer. And,
I know.
And if they have to move, from one software.
In this way, you can move this executable because this system is not there is not installation procedure. You can copy, move in all your panel. And another important thing is that you can save the single file of a single panel where you want. In this way, you can move only the file, all directory of the software. But in the future, we want to do in this way. We want to prepare another software that work with HTML page.
Okay, beautiful.
In this way, you can run the software with Apple, with Windows, with all, and it's possible to put in our cloud, and you can program the panel directly in cloud. This version of the software is the temporary version. I mean, understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. Cloud is fantastic. We use cloud here all the time, so we're already used to cloud. That's much better. You see, because with software like this, and I'm sorry that I'm interrupting. I shouldn't do this. With software on the computer is difficult sometimes because the compatibility with Windows 10.
Another important detail of another very important detail of this software is that in the past our software was possible to connect in different version of panel, and this symbol, the thumb, okay, when you, for example, mistake the version of panel, the thumb was in this way, but the panel permitted to connect. Now, with this version of software, it's not possible to connect with the panel if you mistake the version. This is, yes. In the past, we think that it's possible to connect only, for example, for download the events, for not programming the panel, but only for download the events. But for our experience was bad because many customers connect with the panel, with different panel, with different version, and they are made mistake for this reason. With this type of software, is not possible to connect with different version of the panel.
Okay.
And another important thing is this version of the software save one file for one panel. In the past, the old version, the system save one CDS file for all panel. In this way, is easy to move the file of the panel. Okay. Now we continue.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome. You're welcome. Okay. If you continue in the menu file, we can go in data, return in my panel. If I need, for example, create another panel, new, for example, I select another K, for example, X. Okay. I go my second panel. Okay. Save. In this case, my second panel, I'm okay. Restart the software. In this case, the software restart with another configuration. In this case, the configuration is for X configuration. If I need reopen K panel, the before, I go in data, I go in file, open my panel, open. Okay. In this case, reopen another masker. In this case, this is a K panel. Understand? It's clear. With the menu file, you can open data, and in data you have open for now this panel. Okay, but if you go in file and go in open, you can find all panel. For example, I go here and I create another panel. Okay, in this case, for example, 8x. Okay, another, my third panel. Okay, save my third panel. Okay, in this case, open another software. Okay, I return in K8 panel, file, open my panel and open. Okay, this is a different the big difference of the last software. Okay. Okay, we continue with the COM. Here we have this little mask. This is a COM port. The COM port, the software normally selects the COM port in automatic mode. It's important that install the driver of a COM port, and it's important that use COM USB. This normally, if you have a very new computers with a very fast computer, is good to select fast. If you have a normal computer, it's better to select slow. This slide is the timeout timer for the packets, for the transmission data. When, for example, if you connect with the panel and after a few parameters compare the pop-up with timeout, it means that this time is too short for your computer. Normally, it's better to increase this time. Okay, this time is used in the same way.
Excuse me, Davide.
Yes.
I think the screen is stopped. It's frozen.
Ah, sorry. Now you see?
Yes, the same screen.
Now you see this?
No.
Moment. Sure. Okay. Now I share the okay,
I
moment.
will see you.
Okay, you see this?
Yes.
Now? Okay.
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay. This is Zoom. Every time I change something, Zoom modify the share. Alert me if change something when I explain. It's important this. When I speak of this timer is possible to modify, but this timing is the timeout of the data. If you use a normal computer, it's better to use 400 milliseconds, 500 milliseconds. Okay. If you have a very new computer, so very fast computers, is good. It's possible to switch to faster. Okay, and the system don't use the timer, but try always go very fast for upload and download the data. Okay. If you select remote management, okay, remote management is possible to program the panel with the cloud. In this case, it's not necessary the cable with the COM USB, but is necessary only the connection with the cloud, okay? And this timer is very important. Normally in the 45 seconds, 5 seconds is a normal time, is a good time. If you have a very low connection of the internet, you can increase this this timer, okay? You can move, because this is the same of before. This is the time of timeout of the data. The system, when mistake something during transmission data, retry to send or retry to receive the data. This is a timeout of this parameter. Technical code, telemanagement code. All this code, you can find this code in a panel, in a menu, in a code menu. Okay. Another important thing is that when you write the UID code here, is important that the UID code is all with a capital letter. For example, there is a few number, okay, and the letters is important that the letter is capital. If you set the letter not capital letter, the system not work. But now we are already modify the system that write always in capital letter. Tell me if it's clear. Another important thing for remote management is this. There are two ways for going remote management. This is many of our customers ask this. Normally, the panel work in telemanagement menu in one. When the panel is in telemanagement with one, means that the panel work with the app. The cloud work only with the app. If you switch this value from 1 to 2, okay, the panel disconnect the app and reconnect for installer, and it's possible to connect with the software, okay? But there is another option, the option 3. If you set the panel in telemanagement menu with option 3, you can have in the same time the app and the telemanagement. We put these 3 different values for one reason, because in some country is not allowed free remote control. For example, here in Italy is not permit free remote control of the panel, but for remote control we need the permission of the final customer. For these reasons, we set the panel with 1 and work with only with app. And when we need modify something in a remote way, we ask the permission of the final customer. But this feature not in all countries is the same. For example, in many other countries, our customer, they need app and in the same time the possibility to control the panel direct.
Sorry.
I think the screen is still frozen.
This screen?
Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Sorry, I don't understand you.
No, it wasn't changed. It was not changing for a long time. And you were talking about different menus and everything, but it wasn't changing. And I also saw somebody is posting the same. It's still frozen. Is this DB for KX remote management? That's the screen?
Yeah, no, I don't change the screen. Now I speaking only.
Okay,
because this parameter is not in the software. This parameter, after I show you, is in a keypad. Why is in keypad? Because this parameter, ciao Panicos. Because this parameter was born for final user, not for installer. For this, you can find in a user menu, in the user menu, not installer menu. You don't find in the software. Okay, tell me if it's clear for now. It's clear?
Can you please repeat the number of 3 number?
Okay.
In telemanagement, I understand the first is for the mobile app, second is for the remote programming, and what is for the third number?
Okay, the number 1 is only app. The number 2 is only remote management with the software. The option 3 is a remote management and the app.
Okay, so for number 3 is using for both in the same option. So in that case, customer no need to change the options for the remote programming and mobile app.
Okay, yeah, and now I understand what you mean. Yes, it's important this. If you switch in 3 mode, okay, you need to think this. That is very important. The panel, now I explain a little bit how the panel connect in the cloud. When the panel connect in the cloud, normally use the UID for recognize the panel, and use a password and the username for go into the cloud. Now, when use the normal option 1 and 2 option, the panel go in cloud with the final user password and username. Why this? Because in the app there is 1 password and 1 username. In the software there is another password and another username. Password and the username are this. Technical code is the password, okay? And management mode is the username. Now, when you switch from 1 to 2 setting, the panel disconnect from cloud for 1 instant, for a few seconds, and reconnect on the panel with a new password and the new username. In this case, reconnect with installer password. You see this with these 2. When you select the 3 option, okay, the option 3, the password and the username must be the same. And the installer need to select 1 password and 1 username, same for the software and the same for the panel. The installer software user and the password. Normally, for example, you can see this, okay? And in the app, for example, if you set 3 options, okay, in the app you need put in the password this technical code, okay, and in the username you need management code. Remember only this. Now, if you want, select the option 3. I repeat for to be clear. If you need to select version 3 option 3, is important that these are the same of app and installer. In this way, you can remain connected with the app, but in the same time, you can connect with the software for manage the panel. Okay, it's clear? Okay.
Sorry, David. David, we've done that. We always keep on getting the problem. No match handshake. The system does not respond. Please try again. If the problem persists, check the control panel and connect to the network. We seem, I don't know if it's a problem on your end, on the server, but we did follow your instructions.
Yeah.
And we did follow the option number 3.
Yeah.
In the same code. But it's there is a handshake problem, and we seem to
okay,
not
understand what you mean. It's important this. When you select the 3 version, is important that this code, okay,
yes,
only this is important that is with 6 characters. This code is not possible to reduce.
correct. It is 6. I know that.
This code is possible to reduce in a 4 digit, for example. This code is possible to set 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. Okay.
In the users, we can do that on the bottom. Yes, 4. That's right.
This is not possible reduced.
Correct.
This is important that this must be with 6 digits.
Correct. Correct.
Probably the problem of handshake, I think, is that. But if you have this type of problem, after training, you can write me and we can try to solve together.
Okay.
But normally the handshake problem is due of this. Normally is due of this. It's important to select this. Okay. Another important thing is that capital letter here. Okay, and the same capital letter in the app. Okay. Okay, I continue.
No problem.
Okay. Now, moment, I continue to share because now you see the software. Or you see other. Moment.
We see the same screen.
Okay, moment. I reshare. Okay. Now you see the software.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now, program. Okay. This is very easy to understand. Get all, send all, get the single tabs, send the single tabs. Okay. The tabs we mean this is the tab. It's very easy. Okay. Tell me if it's clear this little part. Okay, we continue with the software. Okay. Another important thing, these are the same of this. Moment, I show you. Update the single tab, send the single tab, get all, send all. Okay. Exit, save. In this case, save, but the software save in automatic, but we put the save for security. And in here, you can recall the same of data. This is the same to this. Okay. Now, okay. You see the software in a big screen. Moment. Okay. Share the screen. Okay. Now you see, little bit bigger. Okay, now we continue. I want to start, today we speak about inputs in this training and the outputs. Now, the inputs. We start with the messages. Messages is possible in the messages, because the K panel, there is not audio support. All messages that you can, it's possible to modify all pre-recorded messages. The panel use a pre-recorded vocabulary. If you change this vocabulary, or if you want to personalize something, it's possible to go in edit vocables. Now I show you a moment. It's possible to go in edit vocables, okay, and it's possible to personalize the vocable. For example, masking is possible to modify. Okay, it's possible. Moment. Okay. Okay. If I return in the input menu, okay, it's possible to see personalized. It's important this, when you change the vocables before set in this tab, is important that you synchronize this tab. When you change something here, is important that you send this vocabulary on the panel. After this, you can go in the input, okay, and work. For each input, is possible to set for word, okay. When you set this forward, you will have in the app, in the name of inputs, in the SMS, in the all position where needs the name, okay? Now, we continue with the function. The function, okay? I start, before the function, I prefer to start with the type of inputs. The type of inputs, there is different type of inputs. Okay, the first selection is no at all. Okay, moment, I want to show you. Okay, no at all. Okay. Okay. No at all is normally closed without resistor. Switch alarm, I want to explain switch alarm. Switch alarm is a fast counter. Normally, this option is used for vibration, for shock sensor, for vibration sensor, for all type of the sensor there is a fast pulse counter. Normally, this system works with a special capture that capture the timing of the pulses. I mean, for example, if you use a vibration sensor, okay, this system works with the pulsar counter. When you set this function, it's important that you set this alarm pulses. This is important. If you set with the only one, is danger because you risk that false alarm. For example, if you set this, is better. For example, select this. For example, five pulses. Okay. In this way, the vibration input work with the pulses. Tell me if it's clear. Is clear? Okay. I continue. with the wireless, we speak the wireless after. Here, these are the system balancing. 1K in the panel is possible to have a different type of balancing. Okay, double balance, single balancing, double balancing. Okay, with different value, and after it's possible to have the split zone. In this case, I choose number 2 with the zeta double zone. Double zone means this zone and this zone. We can have different double zone, okay, and we have different value of the resistor, okay, and the final is possible to have a triple zone. Okay, in this case, the triple zone with a special value of the resistor. It's important this, when you use the panel with split zones, with the system double zone or triple zone, it's important that the panel not have the expansion. When you install the expansion of the panel, this feature stop work. When you install the expansion of the panel, you need only use the resistor for the single zone or for balancing or for double balance, but you need this option stop work. Okay. The wireless is the panel is a hybrid panel. It's possible to select the wireless zone. When you select the wireless zone, of course, after, for example, now I show, for example, moment. Okay, wireless, okay. Wireless, sorry. Okay. Moment. For example, I select multiple wireless zone, okay. Moment, okay. Okay. Okay, for example, this four wireless zone, okay. For the wireless is only, you select only wireless in this field, and after you need to go in the wireless moment, in the wireless tab, okay. You select device, okay. Now I want to show, for example, if I select one contact, this is a contact, for example, this is a sensor, okay. When you go to choose the zone, the system will show where only the zone that you set in the wireless zone, okay. 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 Now I'll go in the inputs, return in the inputs, okay. This wireless. If I select another wireless, for example, in zone 25, only wireless, okay. If you go in wireless, okay, I select another wireless devices, okay, you will see only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 26 zone. See? The system change in automatics when you select the wireless zone. Okay. Now we continue. This is a type of the inputs. Now we go in the function. We select.
Hello, David.
Yeah, tell me.
There is one question.
Yeah.
Can you go in the wireless section?
Yeah.
I see that the link of zone, you set the first CM800 in read contact zone number 3 and IF800, same it is in zone number 3. So can we set the two wireless devices in same zone?
Yes, yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. You are speaking about this.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You can.
yeah,
You can. Of course, is not a good solution. Okay, because
yes, yes, yes. That's why I'm asking you.
because of course you cannot recognize which sensor go in alarm. But if you need select the same zone, wired zone with different wireless device, we leave this possibility only for one reason, because in a few cases you have, for example, more PIR, for example, but the zone finish, and you need to add only one PIR. In this way, you can add this wireless, and you can link in the same zone. Only for this. Is the same to connect, for example, in a series two wired zone. Understand what I mean?
Yes, yes, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, and one more thing I need to know. If I use the X412 panel, which is comes with the 12 wired zone with the zone expansion, and the comes with the 64 wireless zones. So the total zone counting is 64 plus 12, or the 12 is including in 64?
No, I understand what you mean. 64 are the places of wired zone. Okay, but you can add more devices. Understand what I mean? No, but normally you need to think always with 64.
Okay, so total number of zones are only 64 in every panel.
Exactly.
Or not more than 64.
Exactly. Okay. Return in the inputs. Okay. Now we start with the function. Okay. I start with function. Okay. Immediate alarm. You know this is a normal immediate alarm. Okay. Immediate alarm is I mean, if when you arm the panel, okay, this zone work immediately. If the panel start with exit time, this zone not follow the exit time, start immediately. Okay, is a normal alarm zone. Okay, robbery is the same. Okay, the same. Is the same function, but there is a little difference. This difference is given for the yen approval. Okay, this is totally the same to instant alarm, but there is only one difference. With this function, is not possible bypass this zone. If you select immediate alarm, okay, with the immediate alarm, you can bypass the zone in case remain open, okay? In this case, robbery zone is totally the same, okay? But the difference is only that with this function, this zone is not possible bypass. Only this. The difference is only this, okay? I continue. Okay, follow. Okay, the follow for us, I prefer show in this way. Follow, and here entry exit. Okay. Moment. Okay. Entry exit and follow are linked like a function. Why this? Because entry exit is a normal zone, but this zone follow the exit time and the entry time before trigger in alarm. Okay, follow is a normal immediate alarm zone, but if before is triggered exit and become a delayed zone and follow the entry exit time of the zone. Okay, normally this is a follow zone is a immediate alarm, but become entry exit if before is triggered one zone with this function, entry exit. Okay. Armed system duress is like a panic zone, okay, but is a panic only work only when the system is armed. Is a panic zone, but this panic zone is not a 24-hour zone, but this zone work only when the system is armed. Okay. Okay. These three functions on off. Now I show you this and moment. This and this. Okay. On off. Moment. I show you. Okay. On off, only on and only off is a key switch panel. Key switch, sorry, no panel, key switch input. I mean, these three is possible use like a system for arming. I show you. You select this zone, you go in inputs on off in this tab, okay? And with this zone, you can select which area is possible to arm, okay? If I return in the function, okay? In this way, on off, this is a step by step. One pulse on, another pulse off. This is only on. Every change of this zone produce only arming, never disarming. And in this case, is the same only for the off. Every time this zone move, produce only disarm the zone. Okay, we continue. Okay. Okay, technical. The technical zone is not the alarm zone. This is a technical function zone. I mean, it's possible to use is a 24-hour zone. I mean, work without arm or disarm the panel. Work always this zone, and not produce siren sounds. Okay. But is used for technical alert, for example, for the gas, for the water, for all that is not alarm function, okay? And it's possible to link of the outputs. It's possible to have a different value of the monitor station and the other. This zone is only used for technical reasons. This zone, the last, this failure is this is mandatory for IAN approval. The failure zone. The failure zone is only the zone is used like a trouble zone. I mean, if you decide to connect in our panel external security device, for example, a smoke machine or other, is possible to connect this zone to external machine for have a trouble report of external machine. This zone is mandatory for IAN approval, okay? Because it's possible to use, for example, failure zone, but it's possible to use the different, the technical, for example, this it's possible to use the same zone, okay? This zone, for example, you can call, now I show you, for example, here there is not a name, okay? But it's possible to do this, for example. I go in edit vocable. Okay, I personally use one vocable. Okay, for example, smoke machine happy. Smoke machine moment. Example, okay, and we go in the zone. Okay, go in the moment, function, say. I show you, for example, we go here, okay. Okay, when I return here, for example, technological, smoke machine empty. This is a technological zone with this alert. When this zone open in the keypad, you will see smoke machine empty. Mean that, for example, the liquid of a smoke machine is empty. The same is with this zone. For this zone use for the same concept. But this is a general technical. This is for the treble. Okay. For example, in this case, it's possible to use, for example, for backup battery, smoke machine low, or etc. Is a treble zone for the remote, for an external machine. Okay. The phones. Okay. Here there are the phones for for calling and for SMS. Okay, it's possible to select SMS. Possible to connect call or SMS and the call. Okay, if you need multiple selection, it's possible to use a multiple selection, for example. Okay. Okay. This is a multiple selection for this. Okay, it's important to understand this for the course. The phones, okay, are in menu phones. Now I show you a moment. Okay, moment, I needed to move. Moment, telephones, okay. These are the telephones, okay. It's possible to write the number here. It's very important this for the telephone. The telephone must be right in this section, okay. This section is a prefix GSM, is used for all system telephone when the number change when you use a SIM card or when you use a PSTN system call. The prefix normally this used if you pass through the automatic system for delivery the phones, and they need a prefix. But normally in the standard condition is better to write the number telephone in this section. Okay, returning in the inputs. Okay, another important thing is that for the X panel, the phones, the call phones, in this case, for example, the call, in this case, the call, in the X panel, you will receive a vocal phone, and you will receive, for example, alarm with this message. Okay, the vocal phones will start with the pre-recorded vocal message. This in a case you use X panel. In case you use K panel not have audio support and work only with the beep call. If you need one call for the alarm, okay, in the K panel, this call arrived with beep and not with vocal support. Okay. 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 The SMS is SMS, okay. And it's possible to have a different phone number for different zone. You can select a different zone. This I showed before is used only when you use a K-switch zone, okay? This parameter is a particular parameter, okay? This parameter is used when you use the balanced zone. This is a home adaptation system. For example, if you have one zone with, for example, one resistor of balancing resistor, okay? This sensor is installed with very long, with a long cable, and the resistor that you measure of the panel is not regular. For example, I show you. If you select, I want to show you better. For example, you set 1K of balancement, okay? But this zones, okay, is installed, for example, a big distance from the panel, and the resistor, the value of the resistor arrive on the panel with different value. For example, not 1K, but 1K and 50 ohm is possible to have a correction in ohm. For example, it's possible to add 50 ohm, okay? In this way, you can correct the tolerance of balancing resistor. Understand what I mean? This is a special correction of the tolerance of the resistor balancing, okay? It's very easy to use. You can measure the value of balancing direct in the terminal of the panel, okay? And then you can modify your value with this correction, okay? This is important when the sensor are installed with a big distance from the panel, or when the quality of the cable is bad. This is very important, very, very important. Okay, we continue. Okay. Now, function, enable siren is important. This for the siren, internal, external, all. But here is important to explain one thing about this parameter.